Ahoy, friends! Jeremy here, Unsleeved Media. It is the official booster box opening for IXALAN Magic's latest set. Dinosaurs, pirates, vampires, and merfolk. Sure. As you know, I try to do an official opening each time. I do at least one booster box, one fat pack. I try to drop them at midnight. This video is made possible by my local game store, TK Games, who doesn't pay me. But I like TK Games, and I like Bob. And if you're in the Menominee Falls area, then you should check it out. And if you're not, that's okay. I hope you have an awesome local game store like I do. So we have an IXALAN booster box. I'm going to try to do it a mix of just the sauce and my normal video because I only have one box this time. As you know, I can't buy any more than I need to of IXALAN because, well, things are tight, first of all. But second of all, I can't continue to support poor print quality. I've seen some dark cards already. Every rare in my fat pack was darker than all the rest. That's not on purpose. I'm sure of it. But let's stay positive. What card do I want to most open? Vraska. I mean, that's where I'm at right now. That may change when I crack one on the first pack. But, you know, let's see what happens. We have 36 packs of deliciousness. As with all booster boxes. 36 packs of joy. I've got a huge mess down here that I hope to clean up soon when I get back from MythCon this weekend. So I'm going to talk about the rares at least. Okay? Lightning Strike. Our first rare is Captain Lannery Storm. A 3-mana 2/2 with haste, and whenever it attacks, create a colorless token, artifact token, with, you know the deal. When you sacrifice a treasure, Captain Storm gets +1/+0 till end of turn. Great way to generate artifacts if you need them for your Yarg deck. Yarg.deck. Another Lightning Strike. Marvin, Fiend, Dusk Apostle, 3-mana 2/2. Whenever one or more non-token vampires you control attack, create a 1/1 white vampire creature token with lifelink. You know, it was used to be a thing when we did our midnight release. I hope that for history's sake, you'll crush that thumbs up button and you'll consider participating in the comments section down below. I really appreciate it. Helps new people find the channel. Used to have a foil rare is a Regisaur Alpha. I had this in pre-release. A 5-mana 4/4 that gives other dragons haste, and when it comes into play, it creates a 3/3. Very good. Primal Amulet is a regular rare. Instant and sorcery spells cost 1 less. Whenever you cast an instant or sorcery spell, put a charge counter on it. If there are 4 or more charge counters on it, you may remove those counters and transform it into Primal Wellspring. Where it is tap, add 1 mana of any color to your mana pool. Then, when mana is spent this way to cast an instant or sorcery spell, copy it. Very powerful, too. In the right deck. I'm sure you EDH Commander players will probably have some fun with that. Shaper Sanctuary, 1 mana enchantment. Whenever a creature you control becomes the target of a spell or ability an opponent controls, you may draw a card. That's a fun little hoser. Well, it's not really a hoser, but I don't know if I would play it, but I don't think I would play it. Maybe I'm wrong. What do you think about that card? Let me know in the comments. And we have a Sunpetal Grove. Nice reprint. Beautiful. Beautiful. Not much to say. If you have a Plains or a Forest in play, it comes into play untapped, and then you can create a Plains or a Forest. Deeproot Champion, 2-mana 1/1. Whenever a non-creature spell is cast, put a counter on it. Now that I would probably play. That I would probably play. And when I say play, I mean like in sealed or draft. Lookout's Dispersal, Marauding Looter, very good. Fiery Cannonade, Gatorade, and Arcane Adaptation, 3-mana enchantment. As it enters the battlefield, choose a creature type. Creatures you control are the chosen type in addition to their other types. The same is true for creature spells you control and creature cards that you own that aren't on the battlefield. So, what do you want to most open in IXALAN? What are you most excited? Are you excited to get out there and draft? I'm really hoping I have time to play this set a little bit more than I have on the last 2 sets, but boy, work has been insane. Priest of the Wakening Sun, read. 1 mana, 1/1. At the beginning of your upkeep, you may reveal a dinosaur card from your hand. If you do, gain 2 life. Well, that's okay. Pay 5, sacrifice it, search your library for your dinosaur card. That seems very good. As you know, I've been streaming more and more on this channel. I'm not sure if I'll continue to stream on this channel or my second channel. I don't know. But I do enjoy hanging out with all of you. That's why you have to have the stupid bell notifications on. It seems like a lot of people aren't getting my notifications. So make sure you have notifications turned on, which is like next to the subscribe button. Tishana. Played this last night. Voice of Thunder. 7 mana. Merfolk Shaman. Its power and toughness are equal to the number of cards in your hand. You have no maximum hand size. This is going to be an EDH. People are going to love this card. When it enters the battlefield, draw a card for each creature you control. Played this yesterday in a pre-release sealed event. If you get to play it, you're going to be in a great position. I put it in a 3-color deck, red, green, blue. And it was really the only blue card I played, but I splashed it because it's that good. Ooh, there we go. Growing Rights of Itlamok, 3 mana, legendary enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, look at the top 4 cards of your library. You may reveal a creature card from among them and put it in your hand. Put the rest on the bottom of your library in any order. At the beginning of your end step, if you control 4 or more creatures, transform it into Gaia's Cradle Light. Cradle of the Sun. Tap for a green mana. Tap for a green mana. Add a green mana to your pool for each creature you control. That is very good. The ramp is real. The ramp is real. Kitesail Freebooter. Just love the name of that card. Settle the Wreckage. 4 mana instant. Exile all attacking creatures. Target player controls that player may search his or her library for that many basic land cards. Put those on the battlefield, tap, then shuffle his or her library. So there's a minor drawback, but this card is very sick. I mean, in limited, if you exile 3, you're probably going to be, exiling 3 creatures with this. Maybe 4. So they're going to ramp, and they're going to increase the odds of pulling more creatures, but it's still essentially a board wipe. Vine Shaper Mystic, Imperial Lancer, Savage Stomp, and Sword Point Diplomacy. A 3-mana sorcery. Reveal the top 3 cards of your library. For each of those cards, put that card in your hand unless any opponent pays 3 life. Then exile the rest. Fine card. A fine card. Yarg. A Yarg. Makeshift munitions. Bright Reprisal. It's like the blunderbuss, right? River Sneak. Hey, how come are there blunderbuss in this set? There should be. Fathom Fleet Captain. 2 mana, 2/1 with Menace. Whenever it attacks, if you control another non-pirate, you may pay 2. Create a 2/2 black pirate creature token with Menace. That seems pretty good. Swashbuckling. You have to have a way to protect it, but at least early on, if you can kind of have some early removal spells, cheap removal spells, you can kind of build a little army of 2/2 Menacers. Emergent Growth, Bright Reprisal, Deadeye Quartermaster, and a Glacial Fortress. Nice. I'm so sniffy down here. There's something, like some sort of allergy. Maybe because it's damp down here. Heartless Pillage, Sleek Schooner, Lurking a Chupacabra, and a Carnage Tyrant. 6 mana, 7/6, can't be countered. Trample, Hexproof. Awesome. Won't stay that expensive forever, but that card is good, and it's mythic, so it's going to probably retain a good amount of value for a while. Still dies to that white board wipe, though. Siren Stormtamer, Savage Stomp, Fiery Cannonade, and Spell Swindle, which is apparently way darker than everything else. Counter target spell, create X colorless treasure artifact tokens where X is that spell's converted mana cost. That's good. 5 mana is not good. In limited, that seems pretty good. Maybe not. Still a 5 mana counter spell, but I don't know. What do you think? Is that card good? Sheltering Light, and a treasure map. 2 mana, tap 1, scry 1, put a landmark counter on treasure map. If there are 3 or more counters on it, remove those counters and transform it into Treasure Cove. Add colorless mana, tap, sacrifice, draw card. Fine card. A fine card indeed. River's Rebuke. 6 mana sorcery. Return all non-land permanents target player controls to their hand. Spicy. It's interesting that it's that rare. I mean, I guess it's pretty good. That blows up treasure tokens too, doesn't it? Stormfleet Arsonist. Nice. And a Verdant Sun's Avatar. 7 mana, 5/5. Whenever it or another creature enters the battlefield under your control, you gain life equal to that creature's toughness. That's strong. That's an annoying 5/5 just hanging out there. Especially in the kind of smash face aggressive style that this format seems to be. Fleet Swallower. 7 mana, 6/6. Whenever it attacks, target player puts half the top of his or her card of half of their library rounded up into their graveyard. Saw somebody open this at pre-release and play it. Devastating. 2 attacks and they're dead. You know, by the time you're playing that. So savage. Limited, that seems very first pickable. Maybe not first pickable, I don't know. I guess you could counter it, you could still kill it. There's a lot of way to deal with it, but if it attacks, that's it. That's lights out. Sorcerer Spyglass. 2 mana. As it enters the battlefield, look at opponent's hand. Choose a card name. Activated ability of sources with the chosen name can't be activated unless they're mana abilities. Seems like a constructed only card. Raider's Wake. And Hostage Taker. Very good. 4 mana, 2/3. When it enters the battlefield, exile target artifact or creature until Hostage Taker leaves the battlefield. You may cast that card as long as it remains exiled, and you may spend mana as though it were of any color to cast that spell. That's gross. The gold color cards, I think, are all playable in this set. They're all pretty dang good. Makeshift Munitions, Marauding Looter, Walk the Plank. That's the first one of those I've seen this whole box. And Tukalti, Honor Guard. Bent out of the box. Nice. 2 mana, 1/3. Creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. This could be a nice little hoser. You know, it's not a bad. 2 mana, 1/3. It doesn't. Blocks good. And there's a lot of ETB effects. Herald of Secret Streams. 4 mana, 2/3. Creatures you control with a 1/1 counters on them can't be blocked. That goes right in that green-blue Merfolk deck. There's that combat trick that does, adds a counter to Merfolk creatures. Build that deck. That'd be fun. Ruin Raider. 3 mana, 3/2 with raid at the beginning of your end step. If you attack with a creature this turn, reveal the top card of your library and put that card into your hand. You lose life equal to that card's converted mana cost. If you play this, use caution. Don't have a freaking 10-drop in your deck. 7-drop, 8-drop. It's worth probably the trade-off. I don't know. What do you think? Is the risk versus the reward there? Maybe in draft you can take a bunch of 2-drops. Entrancing Melody. Gain control of target creature with converted mana cost of X. Pretty simple. Another foil rare. Walker of the Wilds. 4 mana, 3/3. And you can pay X, green, to put X 1/1 counters on target land you control. That land becomes an 0/0 elemental creature with haste. It's still land. That's a good card. Very strong in draft. Nice to see 2 foil rares in this box, too. Ooh, nice. Drowned Catacomb. Always nice cracking those. At one time, they were very expensive, so it's nice to see them printed here. All right, Priest of the Waking Sun. We already talked about that card. So are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? What are you gonna play at standard this week? Are you still playing vehicles? Vehicles is still pretty good. Argyle's Bloodfast, 2 mana enchantment. Pay 2 life, draw a card. At the beginning of your upkeep, if you have 5 or less life, you may transform it. Where you can tap it, sacrifice a creature. You gain life equal to that creature's toughness. This seems like a very good card, especially in limited. I'll pay 2 life to draw a card all day long. Remember, life is a resource. And also a highway. I'm told. Regisaur Alpha. Very good. 4/4 gives other dinos haste and poops out a 3/3 dino that has haste. I mean, very good in terms of sealed if you're going dinos. Fathom Fleet Captain. 2 mana, 2/1 with Menace. We talked about that, I believe. When you attack, you can pay 2 and poop out a 2/2 Black Pirate creature token with Menace. That's very good. Vicious Conquistador. I just like saying that word. Captivating Crew. 4 mana, 4/3. Gain control of target creature and opponent controls till end of turn. That's pumpable, by the way. So if you have 8 mana or even 12, you could pump that. It gains haste until end of turn. Activate this ability only time you will cast a sorcery. I thought I was just about to read activate this ability only once. And then I was going to be like, ah! Admiral Beckett Brass. Who isn't excited to open up this old granny? 4 mana, 3/3. Other pirates you control get 1/1. At the beginning of your end step, gain control of target non-land permanent controlled by a player who is dealt combat damage by 3 or more pirates this turn. That is a lot of text. Old Greybush. Everyone knows her on the high seas. Her friends and her enemies both call her Greybush. She was feared and revered. Sanguine Sacrament, X and double white. You gain twice X life. Sanguine Sacrament, put it on the bottom of its owner's library. All right, no Vraska, but still love cracking that box every time a new set comes out, and I hope you enjoyed it. Remember, before you leave, to crush that thumbs up button and leave a comment in the comment section down below. Love to hear from you. And don't miss the Fat Pack, or I did the Planeswalker decks. This will all be part of a big playlist, too. Conquistador's Galleon. So don't miss out on any of that. Appreciate all the support you all give. And, you know, we've been doing this for many years now. I don't plan on stopping anytime soon. Bishop of Rebirth. 5 mana, 3/4 with Vigilance. When it attacks, you may return target creature card with converted mana cost of 3 or less from your graveyard to the battlefield. All right. Well, that is our official IXALAN release date booster box opening. Just know that in the next week, I'm going to be opening about 100 Fat Packs and 6 cases of booster packs. So make sure you're subscribed and that you have notifications on, because I usually do those openings via live stream. So I look forward to hanging out with you on live stream. I look forward to reading your comments in the comment section down below. And ahoy, me mateys. Enjoy IXALAN.